first you want to remove the stickers. And then from there, I'm going to wash them off in cold water. And the pepper up just like such. And you just go straight down. So now you have the majority of your pepper, the sides off the pepper, but then you have some other goodies in the pepper. So you want to take from the top, you want to cut the top off, remove the stem. And I'm sure a lot of people are like, oh, I never saved that part. I always throw that part away. But that's usable product that you're throwing away, that you can utilize, that you're cooking with. So as you see, the amount of waste that you want to have should be very minimal. It should just be the stem and the core and the seed. And we'll start here. So from there, we're going to cut out the membrane of the pepper, as such. So now we have our peppers nice and cleaned, as you see. And now we're going to start with our first cut. We're going to do is a julienne. So basically it's strips, but the cutting terminology or the food terminology is julienne. So we put it down on the flat side. It doesn't really matter which side you put it on, but if you're not used to holding a knife, you want to make sure that you want to put it what's most comfortable for you. And as well as when it comes to a knife, you want to make sure that you sharpen your knife. So you want to make sure you have a sharp knife at all times. You want to also make sure that you have a knife that's the right size for the job that you're doing at hand. And that's something that's comparable to your hand size. So for me, I have big hands. I like to use a larger knife. So here we go. So you want to cut into the pepper as such. Remember, let the knife do all the work. You don't want to apply too much force, because unfortunately, if you apply too much force, you risk the chance of cutting your fingers, okay? So you get the same result. So it's all about a matter of preference, what's comfortable for you. And don't feel bad if your knife skills, if you're not, chopping, slicing, and dicing super fast. It's all about comfortability. It's also about, what makes sense for you. And at the end of the day, it's getting the job done without cutting yourself. So here we have our julienne peppers. Then I'll demo another way. So this way, we're going to take the pepper, lay it on its side, and go around. Same result. We have our core out. Here's the majority of our pepper here. We'll put that to the side. Cut the bottom off again, as we have usable product. And cut off the top. Put the core to the side with the seeds. Remove the stem once again, as such. Get rid of all preventive measures into not wanting to cut yourself. So always keep that in mind. So now, here we have our pepper once again. And you see it looks a lot different from the first style that we did. So we're gonna cut it down, make it a little bit more easier to work with. Again, cutting out the white parts here. Right. And again, we're going to start off again, just like we did the first pepper, with some julienne cuts. Well, I've seen that before. Typically, you see a julienne cut in stir-fried vegetable. So anytime you want to make your homemade stir-fry, instead of buying the julienne peppers in the grocery store that are julienne, usually it's going to cost nice. You can start off with a clean edge as such. Be sure to tuck your fingers so you don't cut yourself. So if you tuck your fingers, and unfortunately, if your knife happens to come down, it's going to hit the sides of your fingers like such. If you hold your fingers out like this and knife comes down, take the risk of cutting your fingers, okay? Always try to tuck your fingers to be able to hold the food product and be able to function the knife. So you can go, and when the blade does reach up against your skin, it's going up against your knuckles, all right? So back to our small dice. As you see, there's your small dice, nice and uniform. So it goes up to the front, and you just make it a bigger cut. We'll go a little bit bigger on this one. Find it's a straight edge. Here you see we have a julienne pepper, small dice, or sorry, a fine dice, small dice, and a medium dice. And that's how you cut a pepper.